To start you with, I believe by now you all must have already installed Jupyter. We have already explained those steps. Once you have Jupyter installed, you will find something like this, which is in front of you. Now let me get you a little familiar with Jupyter Notebook. Number one, you can notice here that you will find a name for this. You can say that I want to change it. So you can say basic code 1. Let's say I want to name this file as basic code 1. So I can change the name of my file from here. And I can just click on rename. Now you can see it will start showing the name what you have given to this particular file. These are called as cells, where you will be either writing the code, you will be writing the comment, or you can create a huge text which you want to. Let me show you how it works. Let's say if I have to write a very simple program which is just printing hello TecLov. How can I do so? So I can just type print. Print means give me some output, whatever I want to print. Now this is a string. So when I say hello TecLov, it means I'm talking about now a string. That's the reason I have put it into double quotes. And if I want to run this, I have to do shift enter. As soon as you do that, you can see an output coming in front of you. So this is the way you are going to write any code in this code cell. For now, if you are still not clear what is all going on, do not worry much. We are going to talk about all this in detail. So we are going to see all these operations in detail, that how, what kind of code you can write and how to use this code cell to the best extent. Now one thing which a good programmer always do is writing comment. When I say comment, so let's say you have a habit of writing code, but if you are not writing comment that what this line of code is doing, it's not a good programming practice. So how to write a comment? So you can basically see here that I have already written it down, but let me just remove it. So what you can do here, we can just put an enter, start with a hash, and we can say code to write string or to print string, anything. Now when you do a shift enter, you will see that this hash is not going to be considered, but it's just an advantage for the new person who is trying to understand what you're trying to do, can understand that what basically I've done here. Now this is one style of writing code in Jupyter. Jupyter also have one better way. So by default, this cell is always going to be a code cell like this. So whenever you see in a bracket, it means that it's a code cell. So by default, it will always be a code cell. But in case if you want to open it for comment, you have to change it. Let me show you. Let's say I just said here, this is a comment. Now if you try to execute it, you will get an error. Why? Because this is a code cell and it will expect you to write some Python code and not do something else. Now if you want to make it work, either put a hash like I told you, or you just remove this hash and change this code cell to Markdown cell. So as soon as you will mark it to Markdown cell, now you can just do a shift enter and you can see that you can start writing something just like how you write an HTML page. So you can define your comments in this manner as well. So a lot of people do this while writing the comments part. This looks more comfortable to the people. Now secondly, you can also have headings to it. So let's say you want to add a heading. So you can choose a heading, but this is not yet supported in Jupyter. So they have removed this support. Why? Because now this support is given with the help of this hash. So as soon as we click on heading, it will actually add a hash for you. And if you write any markdown with a hash in front of it, you will find that this will convert it to a heading automatically. Now one more way of doing the same thing, I can also just say this is new thing we are learning in TecLov. So as soon as you do this, now you can see that there's a lot of comments also coming up. Now you want to update something. For example, I did this typo. I can just go again, click on that cell and do a shift enter, it will again start showing up. Even I can use double hash. Let's see what's going to happen. This is second commit. Notice that the size of this is going to be smaller. So if you add more hashes, it's going to reduce the size of your commit. Now there is also one more thing called as raw NbConvert. You are not going to use it. This is mainly used when you want to convert something to PDF. So that is the way you will be requiring this part. Now one more thing. You can notice that right now I have this cell. If I want to remove it, now I just need to click on this symbol and you can see it get removed. Now I don't have any cell. I want to add any new cell now. So in that case, you can just click on this plus symbol and it will bring up a new code cell for you. Okay. Now there is also one more way to run this code. For example, I can say print hello again, and if I click on this run, then also my code cell will run. So one way is hitting shift enter. Second way is hitting on this run button. Now in the next lecture, we are going to explore more about this Jupyter Notebook. We will see that how we can write code. But now I hope you got some familiarity with respect to Jupyter Notebook. Please do along with me so that you can understand everything what we are trying to do here.